Welcome back, YouTube. Well, we're finally on installing the Killshot. My dad's been mocking it up today while I'm at work. We went ahead and did the high pressure fuel regulator and the regular OEM line that runs with the Fords. Comes in with a 10 micron fuel filter. I don't know how well you can see it. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, there it goes. It's stainless steel, which I don't recommend buying anything other than the stainless steel. It's only $30 off of Amazon. I can put the link in the description. But we're getting it mounted up, carburetor's mocked up. So the good thing is, this can be an inlet or an outlet, or inlet or outlet. So whatever makes it easier for you to install, you can run with it. So we're gonna come back in with our return, run to our return line right here. And now I'm starting to get ahead and mock up for the little ECU that it includes. I'm gonna be bolting it up towards the radio on here. I took the glove box out, and that way I can get into everything a little bit better. And I'm gonna probably have to drill a hole or find a hole through there. That way I can mount it a little bit better. But we're slowly working on. I'll keep updating you as the progress goes on and what it did, and if I run into anything. A little ways on the car tonight. Went ahead, so all the lines are plumbed and ran. So we got our vacuum port here, goes to our vacuum block and Mustangs. And we got our fuel pressure vacuum right there. We got our fuel pressure gauge there. So this is going to be our return side. Comes down. We got a double hose clamped in there. Hopefully it don't carry enough pressure where it really matters. But if it does and it does leak, we'll fix that and probably route it all the way to the back. This is just because my dad wants to get it up and going for right now, and it should not have as much pressure, being that it's a return system. But if it does, we can always fix that and just go ahead with 6AN all the way to the back. Recommended fuel pressure for the Killshot system is like 48 at the high and like 42 at the low. But that'll go to wherever car seems happy with it and everything. So we do have a gauge right here at the bottom to show us that when we get the car going. So right up in here, I got 2 rib nuts in there, and then I made a little plate to go in here and put the ECU right in here. I just painted the plate in it. That way we'll see how it looks. But so far this system's pretty easy to do. So carburetor's bolted on there. So it's got an overdrive transmission in this, so we got a lower bracket and regular bracket. I mean, very simple. And then I'm gonna get the dash mounted up in here. I'm just hoping my wires are gonna be long enough. They should though. And then I'm gonna have the dash probably sitting in the center of the car for him. Still got a ways to go. I'll show you the platform. Here it is. I just freshly painted it. And where did I set the ECU? So the ECU is gonna mount into that like so. I got special bolts and everything for it. Just gonna set it up in there and make it nice. Now I also got the dash. Get that put where it needs to go. And then I gotta probably drill a hole in the firewall to send the wire and harness out. And then tap into all these and put one straight to the battery, to the pump. What else does it say? Ignition. And just get all the wiring wired correctly. So it's got everything it says on it. It's also got the instructions that I'm following step by step on it. And it's got its relay, a main relay, and a pump relay. So I made a little bracket for it to go ahead and mount up in the dash. Well, like under the dash, right near the kick panel on the car. Towards the center console. So I did 2 rib nuts right up in here, and then made the bracket, just slide up in there. Of course, I put it on backwards, so I'm gonna flip it back around real quick. But that's where it's gonna go, and then I'm gonna route the harness down in here and plug it up in there. All right, guys, we're still wiring up the car. I'm buttoning up the last little bit of wiring now. Tuck the harness in, routed everything nice and neat for it. I made up my 2-inch hole down there for the grommet to come through. Ran my wire for my ignition. Everything is tucked in, nice and neat, and everything is neat as I can keep it, for sure. And then now I'm finishing up on the last little bit of wiring. Wiring is not too bad. I ran all my stuff back to the battery, so I got my ground wire, and I got my constant hot that's supposed to stay at the battery, and then I got my fuel pump wire running from straight directly at the fuel pump to their supplied harness that has a fuel pump relay in it. I have ran it straight like that. I mean, you can pretty much see most of my wiring. You're not going to be able to see it at all. I'm keeping everything tucked, hidden. My last wire I got to hook up is my ignition key, which shouldn't take long, but ECU's up in here. And then I kind of just tucked the whole harness back here in case if I have any issues, you know, I can go back in and grab it. All my wires are tucked up nice and neat under the glove box up in here. Connections are made nice and proper. But I got to run this to an ignition key source. It says to do it clean ignition key, but I really don't have any dead set clean, so I'm gonna hook it up to one that I know is gonna work, which is the one that's gonna shoot power to the distributor, since it's a HEI distributor setup in this car. But we routed everything nice and neat. Oh, almost fell. The little dash is in there. Comes with a little magnet and a little thing to kind of set it back. None of those gauges work besides the mile an hour and fuel gauge, but you know, you can still see that all good. And I got the original tack that's going to work as well. It gives you an output, you can still use that tack. But we're about to get some fuel in it and prime the fuel system, get all the trash out of it before it has any chance of hitting into that carburetor, so the injectors can't get dirty in it. But I'll let you know as soon as we start it and how to set it up, which it says basic setups through all the instructions, so hopefully it's going to be basic. First try of it. She primed, and now we're going to go to setup. Killshot, and hold on, let me set this up. Settings. Alright, so we go up there and set all our settings. Now let's get that. An important lesson that we did wrong is follow instructions. We weren't following the instructions because we had to set up carbureted, and we used straight to the regulator, so we didn't think nothing of it. Well, make sure you follow those instructions right there. Plumb your fuel the exact way, because right now we went to try to start the car after troubleshooting why we got no fuel pressure, or is it not shooting fuel. It's because we did this wrong. So save your time and follow this, or you'll be fighting it like we did. But we're gonna fix it. Now we got everything situated. Let's try to start. Go in here and put some settings. also learning what I was doing. Adjusting the fuel pressure now.
How much is it gonna
42 PSI. Slowly getting the car running. Well, this definitely gets the car running off the AC. It's not really hard to install at all. If you follow instructions right, you get it right. Tinkering around with the car, getting it set and dialed in. We went ahead and adjusted the idle and things like that. Been playing with it. Went ahead and adjusted our timing and kind of got like a rough estimate. We're probably in like the 30-degree area. Kind of keep cycling the car on and off, letting it learn that idle for a little bit until we take it on its first test drive. It's slowly getting there. The system really responds good. That's pretty stout. See where it's reading the AFRs and everything. Man, I'm really digging this system. This Killshot's pretty good, I ain't gonna lie. Battery voltage reads a lot better on this than it does my actual gauge in the car. And temp gauge, pretty much accurate with this, so pretty good there. Fuel is an enclosed loop. I mean, look, she sounds crystal clear. We're getting there. I mean, she's just learning it. We're taking on its first test drive tomorrow. So we're back learning with the ASIS fuel injection. I mean, we've been having problem after problem. I think we're finally starting to get it. We just put plugs in the car. They sent us a new ECU after the first one burns up. We're still slowly learning with it, so it's still breaking up a little bit, but I think really right now the car just needs a lot more drive time with it. And currently we got it running, and then you can see within the ECU it's going to hop back and forth with disable and enable on the fuel status. See, just keeps hopping back and forth on it. It's trying to learn it. I think we just need to get the car on a nice little cruise, about 10-12 miles, and seeing how well it'll do, because anytime he gets a little past 50% throttle, it starts doing it. Yeah, it starts breaking up and going really rich. We're getting there, but it's gonna take a little bit longer. I'm gonna get this video out just to update y'all on it, and we're gonna keep updating as far as we get along. We're gonna call them again Monday. So we're back with the car. We've been working with the Killshot. We've been on the phone multiple times with them. We take the car up the street and get it a little more than half throttle. It spits, pops, bangs. We unplugged the O2 sensor, did that again, did a factory reset back on the ECU. Still having problems. My dad's been doing this a little bit more than what I have on the car. He's been calling them, dealing with them, and I'm gonna let him go ahead and explain what the situation is. Go ahead and tell them what it's doing and how you feel about the system.
For one, the people are very nice. They talk real good on the phone. Just the system is poor. I've been on the phone over and over again. They want to try this, try that, try this. You know, I'm at the point now where I'm just going to send them the system back and get another whole brand new system that hopefully that'll solve the problem. Maybe I just got a faulty, bad one. I don't know, but it's very aggravating to spend this much money on something and not get it right out the box, ready, and bolt in and go. I mean, that's really all I can say on it.
So let's show them what we also done to the car, you know, to change. So on these cars, when you're running the ASIS Killshot, you cannot run an HEI distributor, which were we told at the beginning about the HEI?
We wasn't told nothing about the HEI.
Yeah, so the car originally had a HEI distributor on it at first. So they told us that was wrong, and we could have burned up the first ECU. We're on our second ECU, correct?
Yeah, second ECU and handheld.
Yeah, and a handheld.
Big handheld is nice quality stuff, but it's just not working correctly yet.
And for anybody that's got doubts on it, this car was running perfectly with the carburetor. It did have a Holley 650 on it with a HEI distributor. It was in this white car and ran fine. What did it do at the track when we ran it last time?
1250?
Yeah, 1250, which it did that when it was in the SN95 with the 5-speed behind it. So the motor was still been fine. How many plugs did we go through on it now? We're on our second set of... Yeah,
second set.
Yeah, second set of plugs.
Have haven't even made a pass. Barely can go down the road.
Yeah, we drive it, what, not even half a mile up the block before it starts doing something stupid. Well, let it idle and have plenty of idle time with it as well. I mean, how long have we just let it sit there, go through the cycle, try to idle?
It's an idle for hours. Like a half a tank of fuel been through this thing.
Yeah, so we'll show you how we got the system. Right now we got this temporary hooked up, but it's wired and in there, so it's not going to move and cause any issue. How many coils did we go through?
It's the third coil.
Yeah, this is the third coil on this car. We know this coil is good. It came off the race car, so we're very firm with that coil working properly. All the wiring, we checked the wiring, what, like 3 times now?
Yeah, the wiring's been checked. All that looks connected correctly and everything. Just, I guess we just got a bad system. Hopefully that don't happen to everybody else. But from what I understand, they're telling everybody not to use an HEI distributor because it causes too many conflicts with their ECU. So,
well, we do know on the Holley system that Holley with their snipers say do not use it, and they emphasize that really big on the system. Now they're trying to emphasize that on this system.
So I guess don't use no HEI with any system.
Yeah. So just a basic rundown on the motor. It is a 302 stock bottom end with Edelbrock heads. So it's a very simple small block Ford setup. We have fuel pressure's been great the whole time. We never had a drop or any problem with the fuel pressure.
43 pounds.
Yeah, 43 pounds or 53 pounds, whatever it says the factory set it at. And all the lines are done correctly, plumbed correctly. I mean, everything is nice, neat. I mean, don't look at all the wiring on the car. That's just factory harness sitting there. But everything is done nice, correctly on that. But this is how we got the ECU. I did have it mounted up in here, all that, but we took it out and took the harness down. But all the connections are butt spliced. You can't pull them apart. It does got its own relay, the fuel pump relay. You know, wired everything to the relay. All the connections are tight. Anything that was not used is capped off and good to go. Tack still works. I mean, here's in the ECU, all the lights light up correctly. Everything's so far has been correct on it. Everything's wired. We checked the voltages, make sure there's no voltage problem. Yeah, it's just getting really frustrating on this. I mean, I know it's been a while for a video to ever come out on it, and I hate to keep pushing it back, trying to just giving them this a really good chance of going. Well, this will be like the review of how it's gone. I mean, if they send us another one and we put another one on the car and it does good, we will keep y'all updated with that. I'm sorry this video took forever for y'all to see finally. I'm gonna get it edited in just a few moments. But I mean, so far, Killshot, I wouldn't spend the money on it. Keep carbureted, and from what I heard, the Holley snipers have been the best bet.
But a lot more expensive.
A lot more expensive, yeah, that's for sure.
I was trying to take a cheap shot out, you know, go with the Killshot. It was a lot cheaper. It was only $800 and some during the
compared to almost what, $2,000 for almost that system.
Yeah. So for $800, still ain't got a good run on it yet. So hopefully the next one they send me will be correct.
Yeah, and I know I have had a couple comments about the questions with the fuel setup. We ran all our lines. It did not come with a fuel pump and all that stuff. So I think in this car, it kept the stock pump of a 255 pump, in-tank pump is what we have set up with a return. Everything's -6, I think. That's what we did in the AN line wise. And then I did a 10 micron or a 40 micron filter. I had to double check on that. But so far with the Aces, we're not feeling it. Hopefully when they send us back another one, we'll go from there. But I'm gonna put this video out for y'all guys. Take what y'all seen from us with it and do as you wish. This is no hate against them at all. I mean, they're
good people. They talk very friendly, and they say they'll make it right no matter what we do. So
yeah, very good company to deal with otherwise, but just we're having a problem with their products. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and hope to bring you more content about it.